We are
Tokyo Divers!
I'm your host, I'm Sai.
And I'm Brenda.
And today we're going to talk about our do's and don'ts in Japan.
So, Sai, I have a question.
Yes.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Think about when you were a little girl living in Japan, and those little nuances and little things that your mom will tell you, like, oh, don't do this, or this monster will come out, or don't do that, or this will happen to you. What sticks out for you?
So what sticks out to me is the fact that when I was little, my mom would tell me to never cut my nails at night. And the reason being that if I do, I would get, like, kidnapped in the darkness.
Kidnapped?
I think the worst was, like, you would bleed or something.
Oh my god.
And it just comes from the idea of, like, the old tales where, like, back then you didn't have light, so people would cut their nails at night and accidentally cut their, like, fingers.
Oh,
because
God.
they couldn't see it. Like,
Whole
their nails
fingers? How do you cut off your finger?
I don't know. They were kind of dumb.
Oh my god. So is it like a monster or just like a figure just takes you away?
I think it's more of a figure, but they try to make it as, like, a monster and such. But is there some that you also experienced while you were studying abroad in Japan?
Oh my gosh. So before we left for Japan, right? Because if you heard other episodes prior to this, I was a exchange student in Japan in high school. So before orientation, we had this little workshop that prepared us for life in Japan, right? Like setting up your shoes and stuff when you enter the house. And so one of the things that my instructor told us, because the instructors are past exchange students who were telling us like things, and he told us, make sure you don't whistle at night. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll remember that. And like I whistle a lot, like I whistle, so like I made a mental note not to do it, right? So one time I was doing something like writing down a note or something, and I started whistling. And my host family went quiet.
Oh no!
And then they were like, maybe you shouldn't whistle at night. And I remembered I did a no-no.
I did a no-no.
And then they told me what the exact same my instructor told me about how, like, if you like whistle at night, a snake will come and kill you.
Oh,
and they told me like more about that, and I was like, oh gosh, I feel so bad.
Oh man. It's all these, like, things that you have to be careful because, like, especially a lot of things that are like, oh, don't do this at night, and then the huge emphasis at night, you know.
Oh yeah, at night. The SpongeBob reference.
Oh God.
Any other superstitions come to mind, Sai?
Another superstition is more of like a respect. So when you're eating, and you know, you use chopstick in every Asian country for sure. But you're not supposed to stick your chopstick on your food, like, straight, like, stab it, because that is like a disrespect towards dead people. So when little, they would tell you not to do that because that's disrespectful to the deceased people.
Wow, that's so scary.
I know, I was really scared, so I would try my best not to, like, do that, but knowing my tomboy self, I was, like, eager to do things whenever they were like,
stab.
Here we go, disrespect.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of, like, scary situations.
Yes.
So I hear, like, Japan has, like, a lot of earthquakes, right?
Yeah.
And, like, everyone who lives there mentioned experiencing earthquakes, but surprisingly, I never experienced an earthquake during my time abroad, or I didn't even know this. I don't even know. But what earthquake stories stand out to you, Sai?
The one that stand out to me, there's two that stood out to me, and both earthquakes. It wasn't the worst, but when I was there, it felt like the worst. But one was when I was little, first grade in Japan, in my school, during class, there was, like, earthquake happening. We have this, like, drill that we do, which is, like, we take the cushion from our chair, and then we put it over our head, and then we hide under our desk, and then wait until the earthquake is, like, subsides. That's, like, a way to kind of protect ourselves from any, like, object falling on us. And another thing that struck out to me was my recent visit to Japan. And this happened like midnight to like almost morning. So it was
my
like
God.
5 a.m. in the morning. I woke up. All my family woke up from this huge earthquake that was like happening. And then after a while, it didn't last long. It probably lasted like good 1 minute, which is pretty long if you think about it. But then after that, everything subsided. We made sure we were safe by covering our like heads and try to be away from huge objects or furniture so that even if they fall, we won't be injured. And so yeah, that was like the scariest moment. And once it was ended, we made sure to just like check everything is on place, nothing is broken, and then we went back to sleep, you know, because
Like nothing happened.
exactly, that's how they just gotta keep living on, you know.
Oh my gosh. Isn't the houses also built to like be able to withstand the earthquakes? So the
Yes.
biggest danger is stuff falling on you, right? Like
Yeah.
your own stuff. That's so freaky.
It's freaky. I mean, like, good thing is that they're trying to accommodate that by making a product that makes sure that doesn't fall on you easily. But, you know, sometimes you can't control the natural disaster and it just
Yeah.
happens. It happens. You just gotta find ways to survive through it.
Yeah. I mean, having your stuff broken is much better than you being broken.
I honestly, I agree. It's like I'd rather survive than let the things just fall as I like survive in the middle of this disaster.
Oh man. Scary.
But in terms of like transportation, I'm pretty sure they also do like safety things. So like, you know,
Transportation, like what do they do for the train stations during earthquakes then? Like,
they probably don't run it for a good while.
like
until they
even
know.
like when it's happening?
They will stop because
Oh my gosh.
if they like keep going, then that's like even more dangerous.
That is dangerous.
So they just stop completely. And then that's that. But talking about transportation,
Oh my
which
God.
we know Japan is all about the train station. Have you ever like noticed any etiquette that people have in train station?
People sleep. Well, that's not even etiquette, but that's just an observation I made.
No, yeah.
So many people sleep in like the train stations. I remember when they were teaching us about train station etiquette. Make sure you don't make noise. Make sure you don't take phone calls or anything, or have loud conversations.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
That all was out the window when I came there because Japanese schoolgirls are always like talking and giggling super loud. It's so funny. It's like the contrast, like teenage girls will be teenage girls anywhere.
I know, funny, because like, were you one of them? No?
I was quieter. I was like a lot shyer when I went to Japan, so like it was all them.
It's funny because like, I feel like that's more the younger people or just getting less considerate, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe they're just loosening up on the traditions.
And plus you're with a friend, so
Yeah.
it's like, but then again, that's like do's and don'ts in a sense. Like you, even though I know you're having fun with your friends, it's like you still gotta consider the people around you.
That's true.
That's like
That's
the
facts.
culture too. But yeah, I think so too. And like the fact that don't blast your music out loud.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We see it in our train all the time, but
Oh yeah. Actually, here it's always dead quiet. The PATH train here in Harrison and work, it's always dead quiet, except for like kids. And I'm like sitting there. I'm like, is my music too loud? And then the trains in Japan, like it's already so much of like the hustle and the bustle. Every time I'm on, like it doesn't really matter that much.
No, I kind of agree with you because I take the subway to like here to there, and I notice how depending on the time it's super quiet, but then when it's like crowded, it's really crowded. But yes.
Oh wait, that actually reminds me of one more thing. Oh my god, since I was in Kobe and you were in Tokyo, in Kobe, the biggest rush for trains was the morning rush to go to work or school. I was always packed, but then I see like images of people in trains during rush hour in Tokyo, and I'm like, oh my god, they had to push you in?
No, yes. they
Have you
push
experienced this?
No, I really did, because there's like the rush hour, which is like so many people. I would prefer taking train here than in Japan.
Oh my god, taking the New York City subway over
Yes.
rush hour in Tokyo.
Because like even if it's like a rush in I mean they're kind of similar, isn't it? Would you say it's
Maybe.
similar?
I don't know. I don't think we would get pushed in.
Yeah.
But that's because like they don't care if like they leave you behind. It's kind of different meaning. But they're pushing you in because they care. I think, right?
or they're just desperate to get in the train.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, that's like one of the things that is that an etiquette or just simply a
I
thing?
think it's just a quirk.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyways, funner things.
Funner things like the karaoke experience or
Oh yeah. Karaoke.
or your love for round one.
Oh my god. So I've mentioned to Sai how there's this karaoke place. It's not just karaoke, right? It's like tennis, it's arcade, it's bowling, it's food court. And I think they have like a lot more sports that I don't even remember else they had, but it's just floors and floors of entertainment. And I always went to karaoke there in arcades, and it was so much fun. And oh my god, karaoke experience here, it's nothing like compared to like here in America, because here in America it's so boring. It's literally
It's
like the only thing that people know about is like karaoke bars where you're like in front of other people. It's like just so depressing and like embarrassing. But in Japan, you are literally in a soundproof party with your homies.
Whee! I love that. And you also could be by yourself doing karaoke.
Oh yeah, the friend that I mentioned last episode, whose house I went to, that was super rich, told me that she went to karaoke after school often, and I was like, oh wow, really? I went around the one with her once, so it was so much fun. How about your karaoke experiences, Sai?
So, like, I went there with my sister, two of us, because you would put, like, the time you would stay there until, which is, like, I don't know the maximum, but maybe, like, an hour or so. And it was just so fun. Japan is just so entertaining, and, like, you always will find things everywhere you walk.
That reminds me. When they call you, if you want to add an extra hour, do you get the extra hour? Because I did always. Every time I was like, give me the extra hour.
No, I would also do the same thing. Or like sometimes we would sing until our voice cracks. So we're just like, okay, I think this is our sign to just get the hell out of here.
I just pull up with my melon soda and I sit back and party at the karaoke.
Oh yeah, because in Japan karaoke, you can serve as many drinks as you want. They have like a
Nomi hodai.
Yes, nomi hodai, which means like what would you say?
It's like all you can drink.
All you can drink, and it's just awesome because the drinks in Japan is so delicious.
Yeah, it's like all like sodas, juices. You think you could get tea?
Yes.
Coffee, like it's like like the whole.
Cocoa.
It's so good.
I know.
I would drink like 3 cups of melon soda. It was so bad, but it was really good. I miss melon soda a lot. That was one of my favorite things.
Soda. We would. I mean, there's like place like in America like Mitsuwa or something.
Yeah.
That you
and there's like a new place in New York City where it's like they have like a floor of like Asian like drinks.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, I went there like last month and it was really like cool. It was like right by K-Town.
Does it like remind you of like when you traveled to Japan? Did it have the same feel or it's like different?
It was just like an Asian market, like the typical like one of the Asian
like
market. Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. I got to have melon soda again. I only bought one. But next time I'm gonna get more.
So guys, I would recommend you guys some good melon soda, which is melon soda is melon soda.
Oh yeah, melon soda.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. And other fun entertainment that you guys can find, and I know one being that you must go to the arcade in Japan or dash game center.
Oh my god, the arcades. I got a high score on like a game once. It was like a Sonic at the Olympic Games one.
Oh, is it?
Because the Olympics, I think the Olympics are that year. It was 2016, so yeah, it was like that year. But they were in Brazil. And they had a lot of Olympic Games, arcade games, so I went on one and I got the high score. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know what was going on. So I got the high score.
Damn it, so fun.
What's your favorite arcade game, Sai?
Mine is definitely what was that thing called? The drums?
The Taiko no Tetsujin?
Yes, Taiko no Tatsujin. That one is so good. You guys have to play. So basically there's a lot of music option. You pick one music and then you just like, you do the drums to that rhythm of that music that they give you. It's like the rhythm games.
Yeah. They have it on the Switch, but it's nothing compared to like the real one where they give you the real mallets, the real big drums. Yes. You're just going at them.
I just love that game. That's my biggest recommendations. And there you don't need etiquette, you just gotta enjoy it.
Just go crazy.
Exactly, that's the dues, that's the duty of you being there. You must have fun. So yeah.
That's so Man, I'm reminiscing on all my arcade times. I was always at Round 1's arcade.
As a gamer, that was my true self.
Gamer.
That's my day.
Oh, man.
But yes, guys, I hope you guys will take our recommendation and still explore more to find more things out there that you find it fun.
And with that, I think we're going to be ending the episode.
Yes.
Now that we've given you our recommendations and told
Do's
you our
and
little
don'ts.
stories.
Yes.
All right. See you guys in the next episode.